back to discuss the Legend of Vox Machina. This is season 2, episode 10, the Killbox. Who's here?
My name is Bargo Hardchris.
I'm Pat.
I'm Spidey.
Navi.
The Box Surge.
Stunned Runner. Just like this episode, bro. Oh my god. Scanlan with his daughter. You guys heard a little bit about that in our last video. That was just too much.
Yeah.
What a plan.
Came about on the board when they rolled the dice, and your daughter is actually in the bedroom with you.
Plot twist. She's your daughter.
You use Scanlan's horniness against him.
Yeah.
You're like, hey, you're dancing with a fun girl who seems to be a big fan of your music who won't let you out of her sight. Oh, and Scanlan's move is going to be, oh, bet, well, I'm a fucker.
Okay, yeah.
You know, that's what I could do.
And she can keep the tune. I wonder why she can keep the tune.
Right?
Yeah.
It almost sounds like she knows these songs really well.
Yeah.
I've seen this particular trope before, and I can't call out where.
Sign.
When.
This specific one.
Where a girl is like trying to find her missing dad, and basically kind of flirts with him to get in close before revealing that, oh, I'm your estranged daughter.
That's
bitch.
wild.
It's just a way, I guess, an easier way to get into their weakness. If you know their weakness and you're trying to,
you know your daddy's a fuck boy.
Every daddy's a fuck boy.
She's
not
a
gonna do
Rolling
anything
Stone.
Yeah.
But it is still weird.
I don't want to flirt with my possible dad.
Yeah, but I think it's different because here she wants to kind of take a revenge because he told empty promises to her mom and left her.
Which
it's
he's done
differently,
to multiple women.
Right?
Exactly. So in that sense, like, I would want to play with your emotions and then leave you traumatized.
Cut his foot off.
I'm sorry.
Whoa.
You better hit him with that Lorena Bobbitt, my boy.
Yep.
God. All right, so let's start from the beginning. Vox Machina
showed up in
Whitestown,
being shielded by an invisibility cloak, which is good.
Yeah, the funny thing was Keyleth, like, I kind of lost them. I was like, oh my god.
It's like, that's not really funny at all, actually.
Yeah.
But I'm glad we had like a summoning spell or like a looking spell or not summoning. We didn't summon them. Essentially like a seeing spell.
What's her name? Allura. She
like
had
a finding
teleported
spell.
them out initially from. Remember when the initial dragon attack happened? So I'm assuming she got them to where they need to be immediately.
Well,
Probably.
Keyleth could have done it from tree to tree.
That's true.
So they had that one, but they also did have old girls. So they had multiple ways to get there. So that's why I kind of think like.
But they got to see where they were at least, which is the most important. Yeah.
Which I'm glad they jumped back right away to Grog because that is really what we need to we didn't need to spend too much time planning here when we know the intro.
It's just crazy that Earthbreaker Groom finally came back.
Earthbreaker Groom did come back.
Bro, so where's your strength come from? We was all like, power of friendship. But, he didn't get it. And once he said it, he was back. He was out of that curse, feeling good, ready to throw some hands. But also,
buddies.
I could tell old boy was holding back because we've seen him do, if the gauntlets can fight a dragon, and he's, just kind of messing around. I'm like, oh, he's not really even. He's like, this isn't even 1/10 of my power.
Right.
Yeah, but he was also too chicken shit to fight the dragon, so I was wondering if he wouldn't have thought to go toe-to-toe with him. With the dragon, right?
Which is kind of weird because
bent the
somebody who thinks they're the strongest would want to go against dragon.
And also he had the gauntlet.
He said it this episode, though.
Mm-hmm.
Don't pick a fight you can't win.
No, that's true.
And so if you're going to fight a dragon, there's a chance you might win, but there's a chance you might lose. Vox Machina, they're fucking brave, so they'll take a fight that they maybe won't win
So
and have the
just-
chance of winning because they work as a group. But him, with his gauntlets even still, he's like, if I don't know I can beat you, I'm not going to challenge you to a fight, which is kind of a bitch made move.
Yeah,
Sometimes you got to roll a dice, baby.
You just
that completely makes sense.
The voice actor Ralph Ineson did the voice of Grog's uncle. I don't remember where he's from, but that voice, that very droll, villainous British voice. He
Oh, that's
does a
right.
Pretty good job, man.
We just said this last night, but the creator's great, Green Knight's super great, and the witch, he's the dad in the witch.
No, that voice is great. I feel like that's such a hard thing to keep throughout while doing it. It's like that raspiness. It's like, oh, you're doing such an amazing job.
Yeah, and speaking of all that kind of voices and all, I'm glad we got to hear the "I want to rage" kind of.
Oh
thing.
yeah, I would like to rage.
Yeah, that was nice.
I love
And
it.
the song was good.
Yeah.
does raging get you big? Because then he could just always
So
You can only use
every
X amount of
twice
time.
per long rest, at least in D&D
yeah.
rules.
But I know it makes you better. You could, but actually pump big can get you bigger muscles.
I mean, it's how you interpret it.
I mean, I guess that happened there. I don't know if he's gonna now unrage. And
That's what I'm saying.
become skinny again.
Does he go back to being
So,
small, or does he
well,
still the same way?
Because he was cursed from the blade.
Yeah,
He was still
it
big.
feels like he would be
after
skinny,
everything.
right?
I think it's gonna be the same.
He was still big at the end.
So then, like, let's say if he's now, what's his baseline? Because like now, if he rages again, does he get bigger than this?
But even when
does he?
When he's raged in the past, he hasn't gotten bigger.
The battle was over, and they were just talking, and he was still big.
Yeah.
But
So
he
does
was
he
only
get
small
bigger
because he was
again?
cursed by the blade.
Yeah.
So maybe him like finding his true friendship or whatever, or the blade curse only lasts for so long.
So the next time he
like in
rages,
D&D.
does he get bigger?
This is already his size though.
No,
Like,
this is it.
we've seen him rage before and
is
not
it.
get bigger.
Okay.
Right?
Yeah, essentially the blade was like him just like needing to find who he truly is. and that's
Yeah,
why
he had a
it's
curse
all-
on him. He got it off. Now he's
Because
back.
his uncle raged and he got bigger.
Well, he had gauntlets.
But he had gauntlets. He didn't rage.
Yeah,
just
he
used the
didn't
gauntlets.
I'm
rage.
also
He used
wondering
some
if-
big power up thing. It wasn't
Okay.
rage.
Like now that he's the size he is, I'm wondering if he gets the uncle size
Yeah.
after he rages.
Yeah, I love that. But we have seen him say that before, and he didn't get bigger, but his veins popped up to be like, oh my god, his muscle to tense to like he is ready.
So I guess like I guess you're right, Chris. He just kind of found his mojo back while raging that
Yeah.
time. And it all
How
just
do
came back.
curses work in D&D? Is it a time limit or is it a
Not
like
sure.
thing that
never
stays
been
on
cursed.
you until you fucking figure out something different?
It's different for each one. There's pacts. There's curses. There's different things.
Before
the whole-
Prophecies.
before we get done, can we watch the tabletop to
Oh yeah,
like-
the end of the season.
No,
we're
they're
gonna
like-
do it
Oh, we're gonna, okay.
They're like
for
3 hours
season-
long each.
Season
though, right?
1 and 2.
I just meant like for
an hour
this
each.
scene specifically.
Okay.
This one
Oh,
popped
for
up
this
on my
scene?
feed.
Like
and
a
I
side by
kinda
side?
started
Oh,
watching.
we did?
It
No, I
was
didn't
so
see it.
fucking cool.
I think it'll be tough for us to find the exact one. So Amanda Manny has compiled what we were gonna watch. It's like an hour long for season
nice.
1 and season 2.
Nice.
Likely be 2 videos per. But I think it's gonna be fun to watch that way, especially as we're getting into our own production. We can kind of see. It's for some of us who haven't seen a lick of it at all. Can kind of see how they did it.
Yeah.
Haven't
That's
seen
crazy.
the at all.
Can I talk about Earthbreaker Groon and
Yeah.
Matt Mercer and I guess some Sunday Rundown stuff? An exclusive podcast where we answer questions and read comments from all the premium access shows that we watch. Anyway, Earthbreaker Groon and that whole finding your inner strength for Grog side quest, I guess, is something Matt did for him that he often has to do for all the characters, where he has to just kind of on the fly come up with like the training arc or like the backstory or whatever's going to move your character forward, and you just kind of have to come up with that stuff. So he built that in for Grog. And I wanted to say a fun fact for earlier in the season that during the time they were doing this campaign, Liam,
Liam, sorry, yeah.
I believe Liam O'Brien
Yes.
plays Vex. He had just lost his father, and so he was very like not there.
Yeah.
And this can only happen if you're really close to the DM. And in their case, they're really close. So like Matt asked him off camera beforehand, like, is it okay if I kind of work something in for your character to be a little bit like something's
Like
something's on his
therapeutic.
back, like something is haunting him. And he was like, yeah, that's fine. And yeah, it did end up being therapeutic in a way because I don't know how, the sessions turn out, they're hours and hours long, but Liam confronting or Vex confronting this thing with the Raven or how it's kind of eating away at him, hearkening to him actually losing his father, I don't know, somehow kind of maybe helps him move past it or process those feelings more, and like you get some real emotion and real tears behind there.
Yeah, they had like a one-on-one, Matt and Liam, and they like discussed the whole kind of like character kind of for him, and if he really wanted to do it, they were going to be like, if you don't want to be on the tabletop, it's okay too, and they decided to go this route.
Oh,
It was really
that's
just
good.
beautiful, yeah.
Yeah, no.
That's really sweet.
I know, like
Nice
they're
of,
good.
Matt
They're a good
to
group of
think of that,
friends,
yeah.
and I like and the DM and all that. They're good together. I love Critical Role. They're
Yeah.
us.
Yeah, no, that's really, really good. Especially if you're saying that it was therapeutic for him. It's like, yeah.
And again,
good to see.
that's nothing a DM should do without consulting a person
Yes. Oh, for
before. If
sure.
you're gonna like really make it obvious like that, but I think it probably helped him because he could be maybe more quiet in those sessions too, and it would fit with the character. So
Yeah.
it would explain it in a way, but also give you a chance to like take it easy a little.
Yeah.
Meta contextual.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, that makes sense. And yeah, and when Keelan asked for dance, I was like, no, I'm okay. It's like, he's dealing with
Gonna
some
read the
stuff.
room, Keyleth Jace.
She's trying. She's drunk. But
Akeem pull up
Yes.
was the best
Man.
thing. Him saying Vox Machina and then we're like, let's go.
Yeah.
It's like, yes, this is
The
great.
song was dope. The heavy
oh my
air.
god, rage! We're gonna rage. I loved Vex in this scene, especially. All of them too, but I liked Vex because she she literally hopped on her like broomstick. Was like, let me take out Trinket, put Grog in here, threw him into the moon. It was like, show them what you got, bro. And took out his
I like
uncle.
what you got.
That was just
It's
such
a
a
good
cool like
move.
sequence
Yeah.
for me. I felt that. I was really hype for
Yeah,
it.
that was sick.
That was just sick. I
Even when
loved
she
it.
was taking arrows out and just re-stabbing people, she's knocked someone to the ground, and even Percy at one point he
Settle
like
someone's
grabbed
face.
someone by the shoulder. It was like the big of course he picks the biggest, meanest ones to fight, right?
Yeah,
It was like
yeah.
a mini boss type. And she was tanking hits, and then he was like, I'm gonna grab your shoulder and just shoot like as point blank as possible.
Nothing else was working.
Yeah, and they did so well with all that like fights we just mentioned and animation. I was like, whoa, like this is like some good stuff.
Yeah, no, it was really, really good. The fight, I'm glad that this fight kind of ended like this with Grog and Herd of Storm.
Yeah.
That
Yeah.
whole storyline.
We were losing pretty bad.
Yeah.
When he, oh god, the
pushed
animation
him
of
through
like,
the-
the spike, like putting him through it,
The
the
skin tension.
Oh Jesus,
Dude, that was
Skin
like
tension.
I did not enjoy
Cruel
that. I
skin
don't want to see that
tensions.
ever again.
right. So that was the first. That was one that killed me, and then my man's the arms hanging off, and he rips it off and beats
Badass.
you with it.
Yeah.
Grog's like, that's bad.
Honestly,
Yeah.
I'd have picked the fight right then and there. I'd have been like, you know
swear.
what? I don't know that.
I'm taking this first hit just because that was you earned this first
right.
hit.
Yeah, but then I'm finding my car.
Yeah,
Get
yeah.
the fuck out of here.
And he
We're
hit
going
him
to a
with like
different
the
show.
gauntlet part of the severed arm.
Obviously.
Like that
Yes.
part with the gauntlet still on it.
Yeah,
The
yeah, he
disrespect.
did.
That's so funny.
Yeah, that was very good. I like how each fight is tailored around one of the characters, kind of to kind of give them a little focus or highlight.
Yeah.
But yeah, that particular the first poke where it seemed like he wasn't going through, that made me wince. And I was like, oh, he's gonna fight through it because that's a catastrophic injury, and then
Yeah.
just slow motion pierce through like.
I feel
skin
like I
flap.
haven't seen that before in like a movie or animation. Like you always just see them get pierced or like fall
man.
on it or something, but like to see it, the
The
skin.
slow pierce.
Yeah.
I just let's
The
not think.
slow
about
pierce.
You know why? Save it, Private Ryan. That's all.
Oh, you know I don't watch those battle
Never
war
seen it.
movies.
Never
Nope,
seen
not
it.
doing it. Not doing
Gonna
it.
watch
I was
watching it
super
this year.
scared for
Yeah, but not me.
Pike.
I didn't do Band of Brothers. You know, we'll talk about this later.
What movies are
I'm not doing
Super
it. It's either
scared that
solid
Pike
or
was gonna
not.
Tom
get
will
actually
love you.
squished.
Yeah, to
Yes.
death. I thought her head was gonna go.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, because like they bring people back in ways in this show, so even when it happens where I'm worried for someone and they might come back, it's still a gory death.
Yeah.
So I was afraid that
It's like Halo.
Little face was gonna be smushed by a
Yeah.
giant boot. I
Little
was like, I don't
face.
want to see this. No.
And, the sound that they make is also insane. So I
Yeah.
just don't want to hear this or whatsoever.
But yeah, like Halo from Young Justice, because she could keep coming back
Yeah.
and she just gets killed. And,
Rana knows who that
I'm
is
kidding.
now.
I know.
oh, no, you've seen it already, right?
Yeah, Gabrielle Dow now.
But
Violet
yeah,
Harper.
just like grotesque, gross. Like, no,
Mother
please stop.
box.
It's okay. It's like it's not okay. I'm traumatized from seeing it.
So Grog's cousin is gonna be in charge, and I think they're gonna, when the final battle happens, I have a feeling they're gonna
Pull up.
amass all these armies of alliances they've made. The
Battle
what's
of
the name?
Five
The
Armies.
the Storm Herd.
Heard of Storm.
Herd
of
of Storms,
Storm.
yeah. Them being one of them. I don't know what other armies have we made friends with, or have we?
Didn't we have
All the
Keyless-
different towns are kind of pissed.
Didn't we have keyless
Towns.
people? Keyless
Yeah,
family?
I-
Fey Realm,
Asherahs.
we didn't get any.
They're
Not
nomads.
Pharaoh, but the Ashura from the Fire Nation, essentially.
Yeah.
From Keelit. That would be a good one. The town thieves that we met where we got the
Yeah.
armor from.
They still got a Sphinx in the basement too, ain't it?
Yeah. I'm
She might be
assuming
pissed if they
everybody
killed
that
her
we
range.
talked to, they will probably
Didn't-
come back.
Have they
The
talked to her
Sphinx?
about
Didn't
that
the
yet?
Sphinx
I
die?
thought the Sphinx dead.
No, the guy is
the guy
dead,
Sphinx
the
died, but
female's
the female
alive.
Sphinx
Yeah,
is
the
still alive.
lover. I haven't talked to her yet.
Oh my god, we haven't seen her in forever.
Yeah, but I mean, if
that's
I'm her,
sad.
I'm kind of pissed at that dragon that killed my mans.
Yeah.
that's-
So
that
maybe
sucks.
she'll help. Maybe she'll
Yeah.
leave her spot because
Osisa is still alive. A Slayer's take. Osisa is still alive.
Yeah.
Osisa they weren't allowed to leave their places because they weren't allowed to see each other.
But now that one of
is
them's dead, yep.
she could probably go.
Speaking of the Fire Nation too, one last fun fact.
Fire Nation.
Yeah, Keyless' mom is actually the voice actress of Korra's mom. Was that right? Or what did they tell us?
Of Korra.
Yeah, Korra.
Yeah.
Of
Oh,
Korra.
Oh.
Yeah.
The
Oh.
Keyleth's story
Yeah.
and character, she actually shaped a lot around Avatar: The Last
Avatar?
Airbender. And when she was creating it, she was like, I kind of like.
And her
that.
mommy
I
is
like
the
that.
Korra.
Yeah, very cool that she got to do that.
Yeah. But
Yeah.
fun
Perfect.
stuff, guys.
Oh yeah.
We
Alright.
love it.
All right, guys, we are going to jump into the next episode that you can watch on our main channel. Check it out there, or the reaction to this discussion, and we'll see you later.
Bye.
Bye.